Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Emelisa and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your little girl's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little tiny correction that we give, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on her training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Rich can bring home several different types of training equipment, and you can choose the one that you're the most comfortable with, and then he will certainly recommend one for you. Now she's lying very nicely next to Rich's left leg, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Emelisa heel.
Emelisa, heel.
Now, one of the reasons why we're doing our training in the playroom today is because it's very hot outside.
Emelisa, heel.
But you can see that you can work in a confined space, and that she's walking right next to Rich's left leg, and each time that he stops his feet, she's to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So this makes walking her a pleasure. If you're out in the afternoon on a walk, the weather's going to be getting nicer and cooler, and you can get her out for exercise. And when you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, she should be sitting nicely next to your left leg and waiting for her next command. And you hear Rich talking to her, keeping her motivated. And the next command that he's going to demonstrate is the sit, stay.
Stay.
Stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. This helps to develop self-control and focus and maturity, and you want to practice this with her regularly. When Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her, returning all the way back to where they started. He stops at her shoulders, praises her for a good job, and they take off heeling again. And this is great for exercising her brain too. She's a very smart girl. Rich is going to go over her housebreaking routine with you, her wee-wee pad training, the times that she's been being put on her pad to go to the bathroom.
Good girl.
He's going to leave her again in another sit, stay.
Stay.
He turns to face her.
Stay.
She tends to want to lay, I don't even want to say it. So he holds her there in a sit, stay, and this time instead of returning back to her, he's going to use her name, he's going to lighten his tone, and he's going to call her in. This is your come on command. Good job. She should come and sit, not come and jump all over you.
Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Emelisa, heel.
She's a real cutie. She's done a good job. Took a little while, but she's done a really good job. And she's waiting nicely, and then Rich calls her in. She comes right in and sits. That was when you get too enthusiastic, that's when she'll jump. So when you're doing your come commands, kind of keep it a little bit low key and then praise her after she's sitting. This is your down from a heel position. So with her seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. This is her favorite command.
Stay.
When Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her, stops at her shoulders, praises her for a good job, and gives her another command.
Good girl. Emelisa, heel.
And we're going to do that down from a heel position one more time for you.
Emelisa, heel.
She would much rather lay down than sit.
Down. Stay.
And this time Rich will call her out of that.
Emelisa, come. Good girl. Sit. Orderly. lie down. That's okay.
And for practical purposes, sitting or laying down, it really doesn't make much difference as long as she's under control and you feel like you're controlling the walk, she's responding to your commands. This time Rich will leave her in a sit stay.
Stay.
He turns to face her. This is your down from a distance. He's going to use his right hand to give the command.
Down. All the way down.
And that's your down from a distance. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Emmelisa's new obedience skills. Her housebreaking skills were the most important to you, so Rich is going to be spending a lot of time going over that with you when she comes home. We've enjoyed having her. She's done a fantastic job. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you very soon.